Welcome to the playoffs. The defending WMBL champion Swift Current 57's defending their crown, 9 wins away from a three-peat, but mission number 1, the Regina Red Sox, a team that had their way with the Swift Current 57's throughout the regular season. Red Sox 5-1 against Swift Current. Now, their last trip here was a 9-0 Swift Current 57's victory. However, Regina dominating Swift Current in the season series, that game notwithstanding, with 5 wins. Evan Pontley's going to get the start on the mound for the Swift Current 57's tonight. Game number 1 of the playoffs. Pontley out of Ferris, Texas. 4 appearances on the year, all starts, 24 innings of work, allowing 18 hits, 12 earned runs, 20 strikeouts to 6 walks. Pontley was 2-0 on the year with a 4.5 earned run average. We're glad that you can join this tonight, wherever you may be and whomever you may be cheering for. For the Regina Red Sox, Wesley Moss is going to be the leadoff hitter. Hitting second is going to be Adam Dela Cruz, and Joshua Jones out of Moreno Valley, California, will hit third here in the top of the first order as we get set for playoff baseball. Evan Pontley pitching to Regina product Ben Kamenowski. Ben behind the plate tonight. Bo McClintock, who hasn't played since he took one at bat July 22nd against the Moose Jaw Miller Express. The last full game that Bo McClintock was in the lineup was July 20th against the Okotoks Dogs. There's Bo on your screen. He's playing his first game in 11 days. A lower body ailment has been looked after, and Bo said he's good to go. Ruben Rodriguez will handle duties at second base tonight. Ethan Hunter out of Terre Haute, Indiana, is the shortstop. Keel Crumweedy will play third. In the outfield, Blake Adams in left, Anthony Stewart in center, Nick Conyas in right field. The WMBL batting average leader, Miles Miller, is going to DH tonight for the Swift Current 57's, who roll tonight in their orange tops with the white pants. Wesley Moss and the Regina Red Sox going with their red and blue road jerseys with the gray pants. We are set to go here. Game number 1 of the WMBL playoffs, the Eastern Conference semifinals, and we are underway here. A first pitch changeup from Pontley finds the strike zone against Wesley Moss, and he's out in front of him. 0-1 the count. Moss dangerous at the plate this year, as he finished off with a .328 batting average, 21 runs batted in. It's the stolen bases, though. He wreaks havoc when he gets on the base. 29 bags this year, 29 for 35 in the stolen base department. He swings and misses at that Pontley breaking ball, and the count 1-2. Evan Pontley out of Ferris, Texas, ahead of Wesley Moss here in the top of the first inning. Games 1 and 2 tonight and tomorrow night here in Swift Current. Game numbers 3 and 4, if necessary, in Regina. Thursday, Friday, ground ball. Ruben Rodriguez throws to Bo McClintock. And Bo, who's about 6'2", uses every inch of it to rain down that ball and stays on the bag. Moss grounds out via 4-3, and Evan Pontley has an out in 4 pitches. 1 down now with Adam Dela Cruz coming to the plate. De La Cruz, 295 on the year, 6 bombs to go with 30 RBI. So there's some pop in the bat here in this righty-on-righty matchup. Breaking ball from Pontley drops into the strike zone. Evan Rogers is going to be the Game 1 starter for the Regina Red Sox when we get to the bottom of the first. Here in the top, a breaking ball hops just in front of Ben Kamenowski. And Ben stops that. 1-1 the count. First night of playoffs across the land. Moose Jaw is in Weyburn in the 1-4 Eastern matchup as that fastball just misses outside. Edmonton in Okotoks out west. Lethbridge in Medhat in the 1-4 in the Western Division. And, of course, Swift Current and Regina swung on and missed as Dela Cruz out in front of that offering from Pontley, a breaking ball. And the count now 2-2 with 1 away here, top of the first inning. Pontley. Change up, and that's belted into the outfield by Dela Cruz. Anthony Stewart corrals that ball in center field, and we have our first base runner of the game.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 23, Joshua Jones.
Adam Dela Cruz out of the Bronx, batting average of 1,000 now in this postseason, setting the table for Joshua Jones. A roster deadline acquisition for the Regina squad. 15 games he appeared in as he arrived just before that July 15th roster cutoff. Hit .323, 2 home runs, and 14 RBI. Jones, 3-hole hitter, takes a fastball from Conley. 1-0 count, 1 out and 1 on. Jones belts that foul towards McDonald Drive in Swift Current. Baseball leaves park well in foul territory. Gorgeous night for baseball, mid-20s temperature, nice cool breeze blowing across. As with postseason baseball in the WMBL, could get a little bit chilly tonight. Bunny hugs may be deployed as that breaking ball from Conley drops low, and the count is 2-1 after that long strike from Joshua Jones that he hit foul out of the ballpark. Runner on at first is Dela Cruz. Fastball just missing outside. Conley wanted that one, but it's a 3-1 count. As he tried to paint the outside corner in this righty-on-righty encounter with the dangerous Joshua Jones. Hitter's count now, runner in motion. Hit and run is on, and that's hit foul. Keel Crumweedy cocked and ready to attempt a 5-3, but home plate umpire Ron Shuchuk says negatory on that foul ball. So a full count now. Three-two pitch. Conley no stranger to striking guys out. 20 strikeouts in 24 innings. Another one swatted foul down the third base line by Joshua Jones as he continues to scrap here with Conley. Another 3-2 pitch forthcoming. Jones out of Moreno Valley, California. Phil Langlois, dangerous hitter on deck for Regina. Three-two pitch. Conley, ground ball, Jones, and he's going to single in the 5-6 gap. And in the top of the first inning here, Regina with a couple ducks on the pond, setting the table for Phil Langlois. Langlois, a 300 hitter, couple home runs, and 25 runs batted in. 18 walks, and he struck out 29 times in 40 games. 45 hits in 150 at-bats throughout the summer of 2018. It's from the left side of the plate against the righty Conley, so advantage hitter in that scenario. Off-speed offering from Evan Conley. Catches plate and strike one called. One down here. A 1 pitch, runners on at first and second. Curveball outside. Kamenowski pops out of the crouch position. Plays catch with Conley on that offering to even the count out at 1-1. One down, 18 pitches thus far thrown by Conley. Here's number 19, and Langlois will foul that out. Swift Current Youth will chase that ball down for a shiny dollar, and the count will be 1-2. Conley on Langlois. Players from all over North America making up WMBL rosters. Langlois out of the province of Quebec. 1-2 pitch. Kamenowski lining up outside the plate, and that pitch just missing outside. 2-2 the count now. 1 out, runners on at first and second. Langlois, shot to shallow center field. Anthony Stewart, who just makes plays look easy, goes for a leisurely jog to make that catch.
Now batting, the Swift Autobody Deer batter, the catcher, number 17, Matt Deneau.
Matt Deneau, catcher, to the plate. 2 down and 2 on for Deneau. Deneau on the year, 244. Can hit for power. He had 5 home runs in 34 games to go with 21 runs batted in. Fair share of tough outs in this Regina Red Sox lineup as that Conley fastball hammers the catcher's mitt for strike 1. in this exchange here with Deneau. Eric Crossman out of Anaheim, California is on deck. We'll see if we get to him here. RBI opportunity for Deneau, runner on second. Curveball drops under Ben Kamenowski, who quickly recovers, and the count is 1-1. Adam Dela Cruz is on at second base. Joshua Jones at first, a pair of hits for the Regina Red Sox here in the top of the first half. Runners on. There's a shot swatted into left field. Their runner is being sent. Adams with the throw off target, and the Regina Red Sox are going to open the scoring here as Dela Cruz comes in to score from second. Gutsy third base coaching there by the Regina Red Sox. Adams hurried that throw just off the plate. And a 2-out RBI single, courtesy of Deneau, cashes in the first run of this series, and Regina goes up 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. Eric Crossman at the plate now. Breaking ball to Crossman, called strike. Another breaking ball. Jams him, and that's fouled towards the concession stand. Regina as a team throughout the regular season hit .284, so no slouch with the lumber are these Red Sox. And they've put a run on the board here early. Fastball, that one's drilled into your living room, foul. And a 0-2 count. Conley about to release pitch number 28 of the top of the first. It's a breaking ball, hit to left field. Adams. Catch is made. 3 hits, 2 left on, no 57 errors, and 1 run across the board in the top of 1. Bottom of, and the 57's on the sticks. They have some early catching up to do. It's 1-0 Regina. We'll be back shortly.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Mitchell Field, game number 1, Eastern semifinal, WMBL playoffs. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the balls and strikes between the 57's and the Regina Red Sox. First playoff meeting since the summer of 2014 between these two teams. A best-of-5 series that the Swift Current 57's completed in 3. Swift would subsequently lose to the Medicine Hat Mavericks in the league final in 2014. Lethbridge won it in 15, and then, of course, Swift Current in 16 and 17. So the two-time defending champions ready to go here in the bottom of the first inning. They trail 1-0. Evan Rogers getting the start on the mound. 9 appearances, all starts on the year. He had 2 complete games as well. 60 innings of work, allowing 60 hits. 22 earned runs. He walked 17 and struck out 54. 5-4 on the year, with a 3.28 earned run average for Rogers as he gets set to work here against the top of the Swift Current 57's order, which includes 2 members of last year's championship team and 2 guys who know what it takes to win a ring at this level. Blake Adams and Nick Conyas, 1 and 2. Ruben Rodriguez will hit third. Rodriguez, a mid-season acquisition for the 57's.
The left fielder, number 24, Blake Adams.
So Adams clubhouse leader that he is, will try and lead by example now in the bottom of the first inning as he gets set to dig in for his first postseason at bat. Adams instrumental in the 57's championship win last year. That 57's win last year, championship. Playoff series with Moose Jaw, Weyburn, and then the Edmonton Prospects. All of those teams back in the playoff picture again this year. Pitch just missing the outside corner, and 1-1 count to Adams out of Longview, Texas. Righty on righty matchup, the tall, lanky Evan Rogers. Pitch is up and in, and it's 2-1 to Blake. Rogers working a ton of innings over the regular season, 9 appearances, 2 complete games, 60 innings of work. Steady diet of fastballs around the plate here to Blake Adams. Nothing right over the dish in this exchange to get this 3-1 count. Hitters count now to Blake. And he swats at that fastball. Rogers reaches up for it, brings it down, makes the throw to first base where Crossman is waiting for it. Evan Rogers pitching to Matt Deneau. Crossman at first. Adam Dela Cruz at second. Danny Hunt at short. Phil Langlois at third. Wesley Moss playing left field. Center field duties being handled tonight by Brooks Stotler and Joshua Jones patrolling right field. Adams' 3-1 pitch just missing on that offering moments ago. Change up to Kanyas, strike 1. Rogers not taking a ton of time between pitches. Goes fastball. Dela Cruz in the glove. Flips to first base. Nice play by Dela Cruz. And 2 quick outs for Evan Rogers and the Regina Red Sox here in the bottom of the first inning. Visiting team has a 1-0 lead. 3 hits in the top of the first inning. 2 ended up stranded, but 1 across the plate for the Red Sox as dangerous Ruben Rodriguez to the plate now. Ruben, .426 batting average in 14 games. That didn't qualify him. He didn't have the minimum number of at-bats to be considered the WMBL batting average batting champion, but Miles Miller did for the 57's. As Rogers, slight stutter step in his delivery there, breaking ball, and strike 2. Miller finishing the year hitting .408. He's in the 57's lineup DHing. Bo McClintock on deck, 0-2 from Rogers. Varying his cadence between deliveries. Hard ground ball to first. Nice play, Crossman. And Rogers is out of the bottom of the first in just 10 pitches. 1 inning in the books. 1-0 Regina. Playoff baseball returns from Swift-Current momentarily.
When planning your Swift-Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift-Current 57's.
For free estimate, please call Bill at 306-741-1589.
They're still wasps.
Welcome back to Swift-Current 57's baseball from Mitchell Field in beautiful sense-making Swift-Current. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the action here in game number 1, WMBL Eastern semifinal. Swift-Current 57's and the Regina Red Sox, 1-0 lead for Regina. Elsewhere around the league, Moose Jaw in Weyburn for game number 1 of that 1 versus 4 matchup. That game is scoreless in the top of 2. Edmonton and Okotoks are scoreless in the bottom of the first. The Edmonton Prospects have upset the Okotoks Dogs for the last 2 years in the WMBL playoffs. Can lightning strike thrice in central Alberta? Bottom of the first, Lethbridge trailing Medicine Hat, 1-0 at Athletic Park in the Hat. That offering is hit foul. Evan Pontley working against shortstop Danny Hunt here in the top of the second inning. 0-2 count to Hunt in a 1-0 game for the Regina Red Sox thus far. Regina 3 hits off Pontley and a called strike 3. First strikeout of the game, curveball, 12-6, K, and Hunt sent back to the dugout with head down.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 12, Brooks Stotler.
Brooks Stotler, center fielder, who represents the number 8 hitter in Regina's batting order, native of Vista, California. Stotler, 33 regular season games, 234 average. 2 tanks to go with 14 RBI. Pontley just missing outside. Off speed offering to Stotler. Catcher Antonio Torres on deck. Number 9 hitter. Stotler out in front of that breaking ball from Pontley, and it's a 2-1 count. Stotler thought about that breaking ball from Pontley that crossed the plate just below the belt, and it's a 2-2 count. Beautiful night for baseball. Couldn't have asked for a better evening. It could get a little chillier with temperatures around 15 degrees Celsius or so by the end of tonight. Stotler fouls that offering out of the ballpark, straight south on this north-facing Mitchell Field as the sun sets in the western sky. And a 2-2 count with 1 away here in the top of the second. Curveball, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts.
And that's another Patterson Agriculture strikeout for Evan Pontley.
Pontley dicing up the bottom of the order for the Red Sox here.
Number 7, Antonio Torres.
Torres to the plate. I referred to him a few moments ago as the catcher, Torres. No, DH duties tonight. Evan Pontley. 2 strikeouts in his last 2 faced. That curveball's paying the bills for him, and it drops in for strike 1. Goes to that curveball again, and this time that offering is hit way up in the air to Blake Adams. They got a fine beat on that baseball at Swift Current International Airport, I'm sure. Nothing doing for the Regina Red Sox. Top of 2. Still 1-0. Bottom of 2 on the way. This is Swift Current 57's baseball.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Leading off for the Swift Current 57, sponsored by Millhoff Electric, the first baseman, number 11, Bo McClintock.
Well, let's see what Bo McClintock can do here, leading off for the 57's in the bottom of the second inning. Bo hitting 4th in the 57's batting order tonight, a 1-2-3 bottom of the first inning, as Evan Rogers and the Regina Red Sox made quick work of the 57's. Bo McClintock, his first at-bat since a July 22nd at-bat He had one AB in Moose Jaw on July 22nd, but something just didn't feel right with the lower body, so he sat out until then. But Bo cleared to play, and he drills one into the opposition dugout, coming in hot. It's going to be 2 strikes against Bo as that one pounded the woodwork of the Sox dugout. So 0-2 the count to McClintock. 15 home runs for the regular season. Second most in the league, and Bo goes oppo like taco to right field. No one's going to be able to get to that ball in time. Bo rounds first, heads to second, slides in. McClintock, a McDouble. Welcome back, Bo, as he puts lumber to baseball and positions himself in scoring position.
Sponsored by the City of Swift Current, the designated hitter, number 22, Miles Miller.
And the dangerous bat of Miles Miller to the plate. Miles, a .408 batting average in the regular season, tops in the WMBL. And nobody out. Bo on at second. Ben Kamenofsky on deck. Miller. Line shot. Second base. Dela Cruz can only look at McClintock as he advances to third. And Miles Miller grounds out, but does advance Bo that much closer, and now Ben Kamenofsky to the plate. All hands on deck to acknowledge Miles Miller. Advancing runners. So Ben Kamenofsky to the plate with 1 down. And Bo McClintock just a few feet away from home plate. Ben on the year, 267, an impressive 10 home runs to go with 27 runs batted in. First pitch from Rogers. Off the plate. Ethan Hunter on deck. Change up to Kamenofsky. Good take from Ben, and the count is 2-0. Ethan Hunter waiting in the wings. Bo McClintock, his first at bat in 11 days. Went well for him, a double, and then advanced on that ground ball out by Miller. 2-0 count here to Kamenofsky. And that changeup is strike 1 in this exchange. Hunter on deck. Keel Crumweedy coming up as well. Macy Keel here in the bottom of the second. Still a 1-0 lead for Regina. Kamenofsky with McClintock just a few feet away wants to change that. And that ball ruled foul as that was swatted by Kamenofsky. Dead ball off of himself by the looks of it. So 2-2 the count now with 1 down. 2-2 count. Rogers missing low. Good take from Kamenofsky as the trapdoor just opened on that offering and fell out of the strike zone. And it's a full count now with only 1 down. Evan Rogers breezing through the first inning, has a runner on third here to deal with at the second. Kamenofsky belts that into the glove of Langlois. Excitement off the bat head, disappointment as that ball sailed into the glove of the third baseman. Good reflex move by the native of Victoriaville, Quebec. Langlois at third. And now there's 2 down. After that loud out, courtesy Ben Kamenofsky. Ethan Hunter to the plate now with 2 down. Ethan with a home run and 24 runs batted in the regular season. Playing in 42 games for the 57's. 284 average. Rogers goes fastball to him on the outside corner. Count 0-1 to Hunter. Keel Crumweedy waiting on deck. A 1. Rogers. Shot by Hunter. That's going to drift into foul territory. Not playable for Joshua Jones in right. And after that long strike, Hunter facing an 0-2. 10 pitches for Evan Rogers to get through the first inning. He's had to throw 16 thus far against the 57's here in the second. Rogers hitting 88 on that fastball a couple pitches ago, his hardest throw of the game thus far. 87 on that more recent offering that was about letter high and called for a ball. 1-2 the count with 2 down. Rogers, heat, Deneau blocks, McClintock stays put. As that ball stayed in the area of Deneau, not far enough for Bo to gallop home. Hunter representing the number 7 spot in Swift Current's batting order. 2-2 count, an intense hush falls over Mitchell Field. Another good job by Matt Deneau to block that offering. Pitch in the dirt. 3-2 pitch. Hunter. Ground ball, always effective swinging bunt, but Rogers is able to get to it in time, and the 57's are going to leave Bo McClintock stranded. 2 innings in the books, top of 3 coming up, and when we come back, we'll be joined by Swift Current Mayor Dennis Perot on our webcast here. More 57's baseball straight ahead.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
And welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Ryan Schweitzer here, and I'm joined by Swift Current Mayor Dennis Perot, a big fan and supporter of the Swift Current 57's. And, well, we had a bit of a fun day at the ballpark earlier today. Fun for the guys. I don't know how much fun it was for you. Trying to do the right thing and promoting the team and whatnot.
Absolutely.
And then eat a cooler full of frigid cold water for
ice
your troubles.
Cold water. That was a surprise. I didn't think they were going to put ice in it. Actually, I didn't think it was going to even be dumped on me. I was thinking they were going to dump it on one of their own, but that's fine. It was good. We had a great day today, Ryan, and just want to say hello to everyone listening tonight. It's so exciting right now, 57's baseball. We're in the playoffs, and just so excited to be seeing it, Ryan.
Yeah, for sure. And that is a term, like, that is something that they would do to their teammates, so I would take it as a compliment that they actually, they don't do that to just anyone, so that's something usually saved for coaches or teammates. So.
Well, thanks. I warmed up about an hour ago. So.
Take it as a compliment. If you're not sure what we're talking about, feel free to visit the 57's Facebook page and their Twitter feed as well. Dennis doing some promotional work today. Ground ball, Bo McClintock flips to Conley, and the ball is dropped, and it looks like Wesley Moss, who's dangerous on the base paths, is going to get there. Dennis, I know that as the mayor of Swift Current, you've done a lot to support the team, and this year you've kind of taken your support to the next level by being a host family, eh? Ethan Hunter, your billet son, I'm sure you've enjoyed watching him. How's that experience been for you?
Well, it's been fantastic. You know, number 8 in the program, number 1 in our hearts, and I mean that truly. Just a great young kid from southern Indiana. His mom and dad actually drove up to see us and to see Ethan this weekend. big shout out to Jonathan and Michelle. They just made it home just in time for the broadcast, actually. And
nice.
Being a billet family is something I know we're going to continue doing. It was our first time, and to anyone out there listening, if you get a chance, take them up on the opportunity. It's a great chance to meet somebody from south of the border, which was fun in itself, but just a very respectful, very fun-loving young fella. And we're sure here rooting on all of our 57s, but especially Ethan Hunter.
Wesley Moss checked over at first as he's prone to swipe bags, 29 throughout the course of the regular season to lead the WMBL, so Moss dangerous on base. Dennis, I want to ask you, there's some teams as this year concludes in the WMBL. There's some teams that, had some well-publicized troubles, and I know if you talk to folks in Yorkton, as Moss is going to scamper to third base here, one of the things that people within the Cards organization would maybe say off the record is they wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more support from their city, from their municipal government, and that's certainly something that I don't think has lacked for the 57s. What is it about this ball team, and not just your administration, going back over the last few decades, that has made the 57s and formerly the Indians, but this WMBL team a priority for council and something that you guys always take a good look at?
Well, absolutely. When we're able to have a WMBL team in our community, to me that's part of our brand. It's part of our identity. It becomes a selling feature. This is something that all of our community get a chance to be supportive of throughout the summertime. That gives us something to do, and it's something I know everyone rallies behind. It's something we're very proud of. No different than in hockey for our Broncos, another part of our identity, and our Colts in this coming fall for football. It's important for municipalities to rally behind those sports teams, of course, arts and culture as well. But this is something that we can go out and, anywhere you go across the community, see somebody wearing a 57's hat or a T-shirt, and all of our community rally behind a team makes it very, very easy for us as a council to be supportive of it.
And that bright orange certainly does stick out around the community as Conley goes high. Nobody out here and runners on the corners here. 57's trailing Regina 1-0, top of the third inning. I know that one of the projects that's kind of been bandied around and talked about a lot here at the ballpark would be the addition of a clubhouse. I know that that's been talked about, and Regina's going to take a lead here as Moss is going to be belted in. They'll go up a deuce as a good piece of hitting from Joshua Jones cashes in a runner. But the clubhouse,
you bet,
a potential addition to Mitchell Field. What can you tell us about where that project is at?
For sure. So I joined council in 2009, and since that time we've been talking about a clubhouse. There's been lots of different variations of it, lots of different plans, and this past year we got to the point where we finalized on one, thanks to a really good sponsor in our community, a local builder, Wallace Construction, who stepped up to the table as a true partner. We've got other community members like Crutches Plumbing that'll be doing the same, and I give so much credit to the 57's. They made a plan that was smart, that made sense, that was a community project that made it very easy for us as a city council to rally behind. We thought it was going to get started this spring. We're a little bit behind schedule. For any of you guys listening that have gone through building projects, I'm sure you can relate, but I can assure you by this time next year, our team will be in a brand new clubhouse just over off the third baseline, something we're very excited about.
Yeah, something behind the 57's dugout here. Very much looking forward to that. I know talking to Joe, he would love the opportunity to coach, and I mean Joe's basically the general manager of the team as well, and he'd love the opportunity to coach and manage from a facility like that because he's working out of his living room a lot of the time. So
you're exactly right. Coach Joe's going to end up with an office there, which is something very important to him to keep his things in order. But for me, again, it extends past for our brand. We've got something here in Swift Current called Safe Places. It's something we're very proud of. To me, having a safe place, having a safe and caring community would mean to have a clubhouse where grown men have the ability to get changed, because right now we don't have that luxury, and this is something that I'm very proud of that we'll be instituting this fall.
Right on, and of course with the Western Canada Summer Games coming up in 2019, that'll be a very, very nice addition to a facility that's going to be hosting some high-caliber baseball.
For sure. That's something we were so excited to be able to be successful on a bid. Next summer is big for Swift. We'll see athletes from across the West calling Swift Current home for a couple of weeks. We'll see our comp, our high school, transformed into dorms. We'll see all of our community rallied behind, and sponsors and volunteers absolutely supporting something that's going to be just a lot of fun. And again, part of our identity here in Swift is bringing big events to our community and this will be just one more of those.
Evan Pontley with a big strikeout moments ago against a tough out in Phil Langlois. One down here, still a runner in scoring position for the 57's to deal with. And, well, Denny, I know you and a few of your closest friends planning on doing a bit of a road trip as well for some games later this week in Regina. I know sports fans in Regina love you. You made some great friends there in hockey season.
I wouldn't go that far. French is something I wouldn't use that word too easily. We had lots of fun.
Yeah.
Regina's always been a rivalry for our city. Moose Jaw as well, but Regina's a very special one. So thank you to Cypress Motors, who's donating to us. I think it's a 12 or 14 passenger van. We'll be taking some of the other billet parents and making the trek on Thursday afternoon. So I'll be excited. I'll be seeing you there, Ryan.
Is that something, like, if people want to join in, if they're in the area, they could hop aboard? Or
you bet. If you've got a chance, just give me a call if you want, 774-9670. If we've got any room left, I'll let you know. If not, it'll be a place that we could all gather just over at the iPlex at 4:30 in the afternoon, and we'll all be able to drive down together. You know, it'd be really nice for us to get out there and support our boys. I know they'd sure appreciate seeing us there.
I loved how Swift Current fans really went and made their presence felt in other rinks during the Swift Current Broncos hockey run, and that would be awesome if we could get something similar. There was lots of blue in other rinks over the course of the hockey playoffs. Nice to see a lot of orange in the stands as well. Denny, you know, thanks so much for everything you do supporting the team. It was a pleasure having you up here to talk baseball and talk a little municipal politics with us. It was great.
You betcha. Thank you, Ryan, and thanks for the great work that you do. I know everyone appreciates listening and watching. You're doing a great job.
It's fun rolling with these guys. They keep you young again. As Evan Pontley, back-to-back strikeouts, paying the bills against the Regina Red Sox.
Thanks, buddy. I'm going to do a quick picture.
Here is on sale, $2 for $8 at the time of the meeting.
So Evan Pontley retires the beer batter, which delights the beer-drinking masses here in Swift Current. Crossman to the plate right now. That strikeout moments ago. Pontley.
Can we get Christina in here? Christina, you want to smile? Perfect.
So Pontley striking out Deneau moments ago. Still 2 on, 1 down. Joshua Jones on base, as is Dela Cruz. Breaking ball, and that curveball from Pontley starting to pay the bills again here for the 57's. Top of the 3rd inning, and a 2-0 lead for the Regina Red Sox. Oh-2 pitch, Pontley, curveball. That's going to be singled through the 5-6 gap. And again, Red Sox aggressive on the bases, sending the runner home. Play at the plate, not in time. In to score is Dela Cruz, and the Red Sox are going to go up a field goal here in the 3rd inning.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Danny Hunt.
Hey, Regina, they're the team coming in here that doesn't have home field advantage, who finished lower in the standings. They ran into some late season struggles, but they've played the 57's well this year, winning 5 of 6. And Hunt is going to single up the middle, and of course they're going to send the runner home here. Jeff McDonald coaching third base right now, just a windmill, sending runners home, and it's a quick 4-0 lead, Regina. That's going to bring Joe Carnahan out of the dugout for a visit on the mound here. He's going to have a chat with his infield. Danny Hunt, moments ago, singling and bringing in a run. Now, last year's 57's team, the road to gold in the WMBL was not a smooth one, as they trailed at some point in every series that they were involved in. Weyburn winning the first 2 games in Swift before Swift went back and won 2 in Weyburn. Edmonton Prospects last year in the league final as well were 6 outs away from beating the 57's before Swift came back and forced more games in that series. So Joe Carnahan's team Adams, Conyers, and Crumweedy, members of last year's championship team, no strangers to adversity, and Swift is dealing with some here. 0-2 count, and fouled off by Stotler. So 0-2, 2 away. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, dropped third strike. Kamenowski to McClintock. And that'll take care of Stotler, but not before the Regina Red Sox touch up the 57's here. A crooked number inning, 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base.
After 2.5 innings,
well, we got some catching up to do. 57's on the sticks, bottom of third, straight ahead.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Greek or Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
Welcome back to beautiful Mitchell Field in northeastern Swift Current. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the action here between the 57's and Regina. A 3-run bottom of the third, giving Evan Rogers a little bit of breathing room. But Keel Crumweedy is going to spank that ball with authority into left field for a single. Swift Current's second hit of this ball game. Regina 4 runs on 7 hits. Number 9 hitter is Anthony Stewart in Swift Current's batting order. Crumweedy, Stewart, and Blake Adams. 8-9-1 due up here. Rogers, right-handed pitcher. With a little bit of run support. His team giving him 4 to work with. Fastball to Stu, strike 1 called. Rogers looks Crumweedy at first and attempts pickoff. Keel dirties up Uni, stays safe. An aggressive game offensively for Regina. See ball, hit ball. And no stop signs coming from the Regina base coaches thus far. The difference in this one. Count 0-2 to Anthony Stewart. Stewart's going to call timeout. Oh, 2 pitch. And that fastball misses everything. Keel Crumweedy gallops to second base. Stewart, 236 on the year, had 1 home run. Shot to right field that was hit at Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw, July 22nd. 1-2 the count now, nobody out. Keel Crumweedy on at second. Blake Adams on deck. 57's threatening. Rogers. Change up. Stu holds. And 2-2 the count. Two-two pitch. Rogers, tall righty. Change up. And movement on that pitch as well as it dropped out of the strike zone. Stewart chases after it. One down. Blake Adams to the plate.
Now batting, sponsored by ACT, the left fielder, number 24, Blake Adams.
Evan Rogers from Martinsburg, West Virginia, 6'5", 170-pound righty. Runner on at second is Keel Crumweedy, who singled as Adams pounds the ball into a different area code, but foul. Folks on the patio watching that one sail over them, and some fans enjoying this one from the left field fence. Lights on here at Mitchell Field. Fastball in, 89 on the gun on that fastball from Rogers. 1-1 count here with one down. Another heater from Rogers, back-to-back fastballs to Adams. And 1-2 count. Nick Kanyas on deck, one away, runner on at second. 57's trailing 4-0 here, game number 1 of this best of 5. And Blake Adams, who led the league in hit-by-pitch scenarios, wears one here in the playoffs and puts himself on base.
Right fielder, number 39, Nick Kanyas.
Adams hit by 16 pitches in the regular season, which is crazy when you think that he only played 30 games. So Blake only playing about 3/5 of a season, but that was enough to have him get the league lead in times hit by a pitch. We've talked about this on our webcast before. How does that keep happening? Is he crowding the plate or is he leaning into pitches? No, he just... that reflex instinct to get out of the way of a baseball coming towards you, Blake just doesn't have that. He plays tough, he plays hard, and he doesn't move out of the way of pitches. I imagine that would be tough to learn, but... I know Joe Carnahan, when having conversations with him about Blake Adams, Joe can't say enough about him. One of the best pure athletes that we've seen in Swift Current in recent memory, and quite possibly ever. Adams. Just mental aspect of the game. He plays well between the ears. Probably the fastest guy on the team, and of course home run power as a malfunction at the junction between two players going after a foul ball. As Rogers goes hard into his teammate, Crossman, the first baseman. A little bit of a yard sale in foul territory there, but everyone looks to be okay as Rogers is going to take a moment here. Runner on at second, one down. Nick Kanyas at the plate. Blake Adams on at first as well. 0-2 the count to Kanyas, a member of last year's championship team. Oh, 2. Pitch is low. 1-2 now with one down. Ruben Rodriguez on deck. 1-2 pitch. Rogers, fastball. The always effective swinging bunt from Conyas. Puts runners on at second and third. Conyas grounds out via the 1-3.
Now batting, sponsored by Living Sky Casino, the second baseman, number 1, Ruben Rodriguez.
There's been a couple scenarios like that where Rogers has had to jump off the mound and field a ball. At 6'5", it's a long way down to grab those, but he was able to successfully put together that 1-3. However, 2 in scoring position now for Ruben Rodriguez, who with one swing of the bat could potentially take a bite into this Regina Red Sox 4-0 lead here. We're in the bottom of the third. That pitch squirts between the legs of the catcher, and here comes Keel Crumweedy to score. Swift on the board. Blake Adams moves to third. Keel Crumweedy gets fist bumps and high fives from his teammates. And the 57's get on the board. So 4-1 the score now. 1-0 count to Rodriguez. After that breaking ball went between the legs of the catcher moments ago. And another situation where Matt Deneau needed to put extra effort into keeping that ball in front of him. 2-0 count now to Rodriguez. Blake Adams on at third. 4-1 lead Regina. Swift getting one across the plate here in the third and hungry for more. Fastball just missing outside to Rodriguez, the native of El Paso, Texas. Ruben 0 for 1 this game. 3-0 count he'll likely take here as 3-0 fastball for strike one. Rodriguez chops that one to third base. Phil Langlois, quick transition from glove to throwing hand. One hopper, not able to be squeezed at first. Would have been a heck of a play to make that pick by Crossman. Langlois needed to make a quick throw, and the 57's have cut the deficit in half. Now 4-2, Regina leads it. Bo McClintock doubled his last time up, 1 for 1 thus far tonight. Ruben Rodriguez on at first for Bo to work with. The native of Beaver Creek, Oregon, playing his first game since he had one plate appearance July 22nd against Moose Jaw. Hoping to play his first full game since July 20th against Okotoks. Rogers. Outside, righty on righty across the plate. It's pitch number 47 of the game by Rogers. Here's 48. Breaking ball, McClintock, fly ball right field, Joshua Jones, catch is made, and the 57's are going to strand Ruben Rodriguez. However, they put a couple across the plate when they needed to do so. 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 Red Sox error, and Ruben left on base. So now 4-2 the score.
3 innings complete is 4-2 in favor of the Regina Red Sox over the Swift Current 57's. Let's go down to Sean for our promotion for Will and good folks at Favreau.
Thanks, Colin. I'm here with Debbie and Leonard. They're here to play Favreau.
We'll be right back with more 57's baseball shortly.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on, like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
It's another picturesque night for a ball game here at Mitchell Field in Swift Current. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the action and round number 1 of the WMBL playoffs. Regina and Swift Current, 2 versus 3 Eastern semifinal matchup. Torres, Moss, Dela Cruz, 9-1-2 due up here. Scoreboard watching elsewhere in the league. Moose Jaw and Weyburn are scoreless. That's in the top of the 4th. At Tom Lang Park. In the bottom of the 3rd, Edmonton Prospects with a 1-0 lead on Okotoks. And in the top of the 4th, Lethbridge up on Medicine Hat 2-1. So with the exception of Moose Jaw and Weyburn, the series underdogs are all ahead in Game 1. The lower-seeded teams beating the higher ones in 3 of 4 first-round matchups thus far. Okotoks getting Edmonton in that 2-3 matchup. I would not want the Prospects. Well, I wouldn't be crazy about playing them in any series, but round 1. The complexion of games changes in the postseason. There's a lot more strategy, a lot more small ball involved, and that's how Ray Brown plays all year, coach of the Prospects. So when you hit the postseason, you have teams catching up to a style that Edmonton's played for 48 games.
That's another Standard Motors foul ball. We're going to get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth. Again, eh?
Two-two pitch. Pontley, breaking ball, ground ball, Crumweedy on target to McClintock. Torres goes down via the 5-3.
Number 4, Wesley Moss.
Pontley, we are in the top of the 4th inning. 1 down. So 74 pitches to get through 3 1/3. Top of the order in Wesley Moss. Moss with a run scored, reaching on error earlier. Pontley, 1-0 pitch. Moss hits that ball way up in the air to right field where Nick Conyas camps underneath it. And the native of San Antonio, Texas, catches that ball for the second out of the top of the 4th with the Regina Red Sox up 4-2. Adam Dela Cruz to the plate. Pontley. Fastball up to Cruz, may be playable for Kamenowski. He's at the fence. And that ball just landing on the wrong side of the backstop. Nothing Ben can do in that scenario, as that'll one-hop into the seats. Count 0-1 after that ball was popped up foul. Pontley, right-handed pitcher, pumps that fastball in for strike 2 against Dela Cruz. Dela Cruz 2 for 2 with a couple of runs scored. He's been an offensive catalyst for Regina. 5-2 Red Sox. Cruz gives props to the man upstairs, and the Regina Red Sox regain their 3-run lead here. 5-2 for the visitors. Two-run solo dinger for the native of the Bronx, Adam De La Cruz, who's now 3 for 3 in this game with 3 runs scored. Fastball, called strike. Conley going right after Joshua Jones, the 3-hole hitter here in Regina. Jones 323 in 15 regular season games. And in game number 1, at least through 3.2 innings, everything coming up daisies for the visitors. One-two pitch. Towering fly ball, left field. Blake Adams tracks down that ball, and that'll do it. The Regina Red Sox get 1 run off that solo dinger from Adam De La Cruz. Bottom of 4 coming up. 5-2 lead, Regina. We'll have more of this 57's webcast for you right after this.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Mitchell Field in Swift Current, where the mosquitoes have been bearable. The main pest insect for the summer this year has been wasps, actually, and we're just acknowledging at the field, thanking a local company for removing and spraying wasp nests yesterday to make the game a little bit more enjoyable for everyone. As 57's have buzzed around on the bases a little bit this game, but have only managed to plate 2. It's a 5-2 lead, favoring the visiting Regina squad here. Miles Miller set to lead off, WMBL batting average leader. .408, best average in all the land. Miller, Kamenowski, Hunter. 5, 6, 7 in the 57's batting order here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 5-2, Regina leads it. Evan Rogers. Just missing low to Miller. Rogers so far 3 innings of work, 2 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned. Striking out 1, he's faced 13. So 1-1 the count to the 14th batter of his evening, Miles Miller. Fastball into Miles, just above the shoes. Count 2-1. Rogers induces a ground ball. Crossman grabs it at first, and we'll get the unassisted out. Taking care of the speedy Miller.
Now batting, sponsored by SCIU West, the catcher, number 41, Ben Kamenowski.
So Big Ben to take a turn now. Ben on fire the final week of the season. In his final 4 games, 4 hits in 11 at-bats. .364 average in the final week of the regular season. So Ben getting hot at the right time, swinging strike from Rogers. Ben .267 on the year, among the league's top home run hitters with 10 dingers. 1-1 the count with 1 down. Ethan Hunter on deck. Komanowski, a Regina kid, taking on his hometown team here in round 1 of the playoffs. Count 3-1 to Ben. Moose Jaw and Weyburn still scoreless. Game number 1, bottom of the 4th in Weyburn. 3-1 pitch right across the plate, full count to Komanowski. Bottom of the 4th inning, Edmonton still with a 1-0 lead on Okotoks. And in the bottom of the 4th, Medicine Hat and Lethbridge knotted up at 2. That fastball just missing low to Komanowski, who takes first. Good disciplined at bat by Ben.
By Nutrient Ag Solutions, the shortstop number 8 to Ethan Hunter.
So a 1-out walk by Ben Komanowski. He's situated at first base now. First walk of the game by Evan Rogers. 1 out here in the 4th, bottom of. High hopper potential for 2. And an unassisted 4-3 takes care of the Swift Current 57's as De La Cruz, who's been an offensive juggernaut this game, gets it done defensively, and that'll do it for the 57's and the 4th inning. Top of 5 coming up, 5-2 Regina. We'll be back right after this.
No hits, no errors, and
When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
One no. All right, girls, are you ready? Couple more times.
And welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Glad that you could join us here for this first round tilt between the 57's and Regina.
Close race.
5th inning,
We have a winner. Take
top
it up.
of 5-2 lead Regina.
For the 5.
the 3rd baseman, number 25, Phil Langlois.
Phil Langlois to lead off. Langlois digging in, a potent weapon for Regina. He's a guy who was recruited, and people around the Red Sox organization will tell you that big reason he was brought in for what he does defensively, but offensively, he was a big part of things this well. Hits a ground ball to first base. Bo McClintock will get the unassisted out at first.
Now batting, the Swift Autobody Beer batter, the catcher, number 17, Matt Deneau.
And now Matt Deneau to take a turn. Langlois grounding out to first. Matt Deneau, 244 on the regular season with 5 home runs, 21 runs batted in. Deneau with a hit and an RBI so far tonight. He's also struck out in one of his meetings with Conley. One and one count with one away. Check swing Deneau into the crowd.
Kids, that's another Center Brothers foul ball. Run and get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth to get it.
1-2 count. Fastball up and 1-2. Two-two pitch. It's hit high to left field. Blake Adams at the wall. And Matt Deneau going yard to give Regina a 6-2 lead. .6-2 lead for the visitors as Deneau pounds that baseball over the fence in left field.
Now batting the first baseman, number 18, Eric Crossman.
Fastball into Crossman, and the count is 1-0. Jack Ferguson warming up in the 57's bullpen. Pontley. Fastball just missing the outside corner. Pontley just over 90 pitches in this contest. Count now 2-1. Ground ball up the middle. Ethan Hunter. Nice throw by Hunter. Nice pick, McClintock. And a great effort there by short and first to connect the dots and take care of Crossman. Danny Hunt, the shortstop, to take a turn now. Hunt 1 for 2 with a run batted in. 6-2 Regina lead. Pontley, breaking ball. Missing low, count 1-1. Fastball. 1-2 with 2 down now. Happy to have you on board for this one between the Swift Current 57's and Regina, as that slider just misses outside. Breaking outside, righty on righty. Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Nobody on. 6-2 lead. Red Sox. Fastball right down the middle. No doubt about that one. Hunt not happy with himself for taking that 2-2 fastball. Regina with a run on a hit. No errors and nobody left on. To the bottom of the 5th we go. 6-2 lead Regina. Back with more 57's baseball shortly.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Leading off for the Swift Current 57's, the third baseman, number 18, Keel Grimweedy.
And welcome back. Swift Current 57's baseball. 6-2 lead for the Regina Red Sox. Couple home runs for the visitors. Adam De La Cruz and Matt Deneau have both homered for the visitors. Keel Crumweedy leading off for the 57's, who go 8-9-1. Crumweedy, Stewart, Adams here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Bottom of 5, down by 4. We've seen comebacks of a greater deficit in this ballpark over the years for the home team. Crumweedy belts baseball into left field. That's going to go to the wall. Keel's on his horse. He's headed for second. Crumweedy pumps the brakes at 2. A double for Keel to get things rolling here in the
Now
fifth.
batting, the center fielder, number 21, Anthony Stewart.
57's have had flashes of offense tonight. And Anthony Stewart will dig in. Crumweedy looked back to second. Often see that with nobody out and a runner on at second. See if Anthony Stewart would tip his hand maybe to show bunt. Stu swinging away here with nobody out and a runner on at second by the looks of things. Top of the order and Blake Adams up next. Joe Carnahan, coach of the 57's, multiple championships in this league as a player and coach. Knows what it takes in postseason play. Three championships as a coach for Joe. He's very proud of that. Speaks fondly of all 3 teams that helped get him rings as well. Fastball just catches the outside part of the plate. Umpires in Mitchell Field in the stands disagreeing with that assessment from Ron Shuchuk behind the plate. Two-1. One hopper. Nice pick by Deneau on that pitch coming in hot. So 3-1 count to Stewart. Blake Adams on deck. Runner on at second. Deficit for Swift Current is 4. Fastball just a bit out. Puts Stewart on base.
Now batting, sponsored by ACT, the left fielder, number 24, Blake Adams.
And we're going to have a brief mound visit here. .66 pitches deployed by Rogers thus far. Jason Vena, assistant coach for the Red Sox, looking way up to talk to his 6'5" right-handed pitcher. Ron Shuchuk just doing a horrible job of breaking up this mound visit. So Evan Rogers, 66 pitches into his evening. 4 innings of work, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, striking out 1 and walking 2. Pitch to Adams. Ground ball by Blake. Played it short by Hunt. 4-6. Unable to turn the double play with Adams revving up the afterburners. Anthony Stewart erased from the equation. Blake moves to third. Blake gets on first. Crumweedy moves to third. Stewart taking off the base paths, and now Nick Conyas up with one down. Adams led the 57's in stolen bases this year. Adams leading the team in stolen bases, playing just under 3/4 of a season. Blake's 13 bags led the team, 13 for 17 over the course of the regular season. Rogers, certainly with Blake on the mind. Fastball to Conyas, and strike one. 1-1 the count. Ruben Rodriguez on deck, one away. Keel Crumweedy at third, Blake at first. It's our pleasure to have you on board for game number one. We'll have every postseason game for the 57's home and away on the 57's YouTube channel. Links will always be posted game day on the team Facebook and Twitter account, as well as the 57's website at swift57s.ca. Swing and a miss from Conyas, count 1-2. Pitch is outside. Two and two. And Conyas steps out of the batter's box, awaiting the delivery of the 2-2 pitch. 72 pitches from Rogers. Adams on at first. Conyas reaching, swinging defensively, and fouling towards the backstop. Rogers taking his time between pitches, waiting for Blake Adams to make a move. Two-two pitch, one down. Breaking ball, and a called strike three. Conyas caught looking at that breaking ball. So the 57's looking for some two-out magic from Ruben Rodriguez here.
Living Sky Casino, the second baseman, number one, Ruben Rodriguez.
So Ruben with his team down 4 comes to the plate. 6-2 Red Sox, bottom of the 5th. Rogers with Blake Adams on the mind. Quick throw over to first. Adams safe after that quick pickoff move by Rogers, turning his body 180 degrees in a hurry. Right-handed pitcher, keeping Adams at bay. And Ruben is going to wear that breaking ball in the elbow. Loading the bases for Bo McClintock. Well, here we go. Bo representing the tying run in this one.
Electric, the first baseman, number 11, Bo McClintock.
Finished the year leading the WMBL in home runs among active players. 5 behind Riley McDonald of the Brooks Bombers, who left to pursue pro baseball endeavors. So bases loaded for Bo McClintock. 6-2 the score. Bottom of the 5th. Rogers. Breaking ball. Inside. Right at the shins of the native of Beaver Creek, Oregon. Count 1-0. Three bright orange jerseys on the base paths. Count 1-1 to Bo. Bo steps out. 1-1 count. Rogers, right-handed pitcher. High hopper up the middle. And the ball is knocked out of the glove as they tried to tag Ruben Rodriguez. And Danny Hunt tagging Ruben, but that dislodged the ball. And a couple runs come in to score. And suddenly the deficit is 2.
By the city of Swift Current, the designated hitter, number 22, Miles Miller.
Shortstop taking that on the run, went to tag Ruben at second. Ball fell out of his glove, and with 2 outs, runners in motion. And Crumweedy and Adams score, and just like that, the deficit for the 57's is down to 2. 2 out now. And one of the most dangerous bats in the league, that of Miles Miller. McClintock at first, Rodriguez at second. And a foul ball, Miller. Count 0-1. Miles 0 for 2 this game, the native of Windsor, Ontario, who had a .408 average. Could be due for something big here. Third time facing Evan Rogers, who has thrown 78 pitches. Rogers 60 innings of work in the regular season in 9 starts, 2 complete games. So the Red Sox certainly got their money's worth out of Rogers in the regular season. Miller out in front of that 79-mile-an-hour offering. Count 1-2. Ben Komanowski is the next hitter up in the 57's batting order. Bottom of the 5th, 2 away. Red Sox trying to get creative to take care of Ruben Rodriguez. One-two pitch. Up and out. Righty on lefty. Two-two pitch. Miller reaches. Defensive swing. As Miles does a good job of protecting the plate, and the count now 2-2 with 2 down. .79-mile-an-hour offering. 2-2 count. Full count now, Miles Miller. 57's trailing by 2. They've put 2 across the plate here in the bottom of the 5th inning, cutting the Regina Red Sox lead down. 3-2 pitch, 2 away. Miller, ground ball, Danny Hunt. And the throw to first is in time to take care of Miller.
2 runs, 1 hit,
well, the 57's,
left on.
2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and a couple left on. 5 innings in the books, top of 6 coming up. The lead for the Red Sox is down to 2, 6-4. Regina will try and get some of those runs back when we return with Swift Current 57's baseball.
He has not had supper tonight, so I just told the guys to go easy on
When
him.
planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
And welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Glad you could join us for game number 1 of the WMBL Eastern semifinal. Evan Conley exits after 5. 9 hits, 6 runs, only 3 earned, striking out 6. And not walking any batters. He faced 25. Jack Ferguson out of Livonia, Michigan comes in to pitch for Swift Current. Ferguson, 11 appearances, 5 of them starts, 28 2/3 innings of work. 28 strikeouts to 10 walks. Jack's 2-2 on the year with a 6.59 earned run average. Jack can bring some heat from that left side as he comes in. Regina Red Sox, Brooks Stotler leading off. He's 0 for 2, striking out the 2 times he faced Conley in this one. So Jack Ferguson getting set for his first taste of WMBL playoffs. Uncorks fastball and strike 1 called. 6-4 lead for Regina. They have led by as much as 6-2, 57's, gnawing away at that lead, plating 2 runs in their half of the 5th. Elsewhere in the WMBL, Moose Jaw Miller Express have scored first in their playoff series with the Weyburn Beavers, 1-0 in Weyburn at Tom Lang Park. Edmonton Prospects, what is going on in Okotoks? Edmonton in the bottom of the 5th, leading the Dogs 5-0. And in the top of the 6th inning, Medicine Hat leading Lethbridge Bulls 3-2 at Athletic Park in the 1-4 matchup out east, as that ball is hit to right field. Towering fly ball. Nick Conyas makes the catch. Stotler is retired. 1 away here in the 6th. 1 batter faced and 1 down for Jack Ferguson. As Antonio Torres, DH, and number 9 hitter will dig in here. I can't imagine what it must be like at Siemens Stadium in Okotoks right now. Edmonton, they've upset the Dogs in the playoffs the last 2 years. And early in game number 1, they're up on Okotoks 5-0. Again in that 2-3 matchup. Prospects bring it for the playoffs as Torres gets that bunt down, and the lefty Ferguson plays catch with Bo McClintock to erase Torres from the equation. 2 down, top of the order, and Wesley Moss. Moss with a run scored this game. Moss reaching on error and subsequently scoring. 0 for 3 statistically. Ferguson, 1 hopper to Kamenowski. 1-1 count, 2 down. Fastball from Jack. Lefty on lefty, and the count now 1-2. Lights on here at Mitchell Field. Another fastball from Ferguson, and a called strike 3. Moss caught looking. Ferguson wins that lefty-lefty encounter, and the native of Livonia, Michigan, comes in 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of 6 coming up, 6-4 lead, Regina.
We're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the hearing place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
The Okotoks Dogs 5-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Ben Kamenowski to lead off for the 57's here in the bottom of the 6th. 6-4 lead for Regina. They have led by as much as 6-2, but the 57's putting up a crooked number in the 5th. So Ben Kamenowski trying to narrow the deficit even further as we head into the twilight innings of this contest between Swift and Regina. Rogers, first pitch, swinging strike, Kamenowski. Ground ball, Kamenowski. Phil Langlois goes horizontal, and that ball is underneath him. Single for Ben. 4th hit of the game for the 57's. Ethan Hunter to dig into the batter's box now. Nobody out. Runner on at first. Hunter representing the tying run here. So Ben on at first. Crumweedy on deck. Hunter, the number 7 hitter in the 57's batting order. Time called. Evan Rogers, pitch number 88 of his evening, is fouled by Hunter. Hunter's going to do a little bat maintenance here. Breaking ball inside to Hunter. Count 1-1. Strike called to Hunter. 1-2 pitch. Quiet night at Mitchell Field. Fans looking for something to cheer about. Fly ball, Hunter, center field. Stotler, catch made. 1 down. Kamenowski retreats back to first. Keel Crumweedy to take a turn now. Native of Glasgow, Montana. Crumweedy, 2 for 2 with a couple of runs scored. So Keel in fine form tonight, his 3rd time facing Rogers. His previous 2 at-plate endeavors have been fruitful. And Keel drills that ball straight into your living room, wherever you may be. Count 0-1 to Crumweedy. 1 down, runner on at first. Anthony Stewart on deck. Keel hits 8th in this 57's batting order. Fastball right across the plate to Keel. Count 0-2. Ben Kamenowski is the runner on at first. There he is on the left side of your screen right now. Keel Crumweedy digging in at the plate. 0-2 count. And did he go? Yes, he did. 3rd strikeout of the game for Evan Rogers. West Virginia-born pitcher.
Now batting, the center fielder.
2 down now, Anthony Stewart at the plate. Stewart 0 for 3 thus far. Was a great center fielder all season long for the 57's. One of those guys that just makes that position look easy and fly balls that others would have to go on a full-on sprint for. Stewart with some gazelle-like verve to just get to those balls and take care of business. And towards the end of the year, really starting to excel at the plate. Stu fouls that off the plate. Fastball coming in at 85 miles an hour out of Rogers. Count 0-2. Stewart reaching for that pitch low and away. And swing and a miss. Ben Kamenowski is left stranded. 6 innings in the books. Top of 7 coming up. 6-4 lead Regina. More 57's baseball straight ahead.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Glad you could join us tonight, wherever you may be, for game number 1 of the Eastern semifinals in the WMBL. Top of the 7th inning, 57's trailing this one 6-4. Moose Jaw and Weyburn tied at 1 in Weyburn. Edmonton up on Okotoks 5-1 at Siemens Stadium in Okotoks, just south of Calgary, and Medicine Hat leading Lethbridge 4-2.
Number 21, Adam Delacruz.
Adam Delacruz, second baseman, who's been on a tear tonight, 3 for 3 with a solo home run and an RBI, comes to the plate. First time facing Jack Ferguson tonight for Delacruz, who hits that ball into right field foul. No one able to get to that in time. And a long strike for Jack Ferguson. De La Cruz steps back in. Ground ball. And grabbed by Ethan Hunter on the run. And on target to Bo McClintock, who applies the tag. Great job again by 6 and 3. Managing to take care of the hitter, De La Cruz. Joshua Jones to the plate. 2 for 3 with a run scored. And an RBI for Jones. Jones, foul ball down the third baseline. Jones drills baseball into screen. And 2 foul balls. Jack Ferguson, 0-2 pitch. Jones swats at that offering. Another foul ball in this encounter with Jones and Ferguson. Count 0-2. 4th pitch of this exchange coming up. Ground ball. This one's fair. Keel Crumweedy at third, on target to first in the nick of time, and that'll do it. 2 down. Crowd applauding the efforts of third and first baseman, with Phil Langlois to the plate. Hammered foul by Langlois towards nearby Laurier Drive in Swift. Ferguson didn't miss by much. Good take by Langlois. 1-1 the count with 2 away. Swing and a miss on that offering. Langlois out in front of an off-speed pitch from Ferguson. Count 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't. 2-2 count, 2 away. Called strike 3, and that time Ferguson gets the benefit of the doubt. A tough out in Phil Langlois is caught looking. Nothing doing for the Red Sox in the top of the 7th. Bottom of 7 coming up. The deficit is still 2. Swift Current and Regina. And more of this round 1 playoff series straight ahead.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Quaker Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
Blake Adams.
Well, the 57's, as we get into the late innings of this one, have the top of the order here due up, and Swift Current down by 2. As Blake Adams preps for the first pitch from Evan Rogers. Rogers entering his 7th inning of work. 6 innings so far. 4 hits, 4 runs, 1 earned, striking out 4 and walking 2. Rogers, right-handed pitcher, 6'5", 170 out of West Virginia. Adams, ground ball, hit foul. Oh-2 count to Blake. Adams 2 runs tonight. Hit by a pitch the last time he was up and then subsequently scored. And that pitch just above the belt of Blake. Count 1 and 2. Adams, Conyas, Rodriguez due up. Rogers. Swing and a miss. And the Regina Red Sox starting right-hander strikes out Adams.
Now batting, sponsored by KTS Bus Line.
That was pitch number 101 of the outing tonight for Rogers. Nick Conyas out of San Antonio, Texas, preps for this at-bat. Bottom of the 7th. 6-4 lead Regina. Solid start for Evan Rogers. As we've talked about earlier, 6 1/3 now and counting for the right-hander. Conyas, fly ball, hit to center field. Stotler positions himself underneath that baseball and makes the catch. 2 down now.
Now batting, sponsored by Living Sky Casino, the second baseman, number 1, Ruben Rodriguez.
So Ruben to take a turn now. Ruben 0 for 2. Now Adams walked and hit by a pitch. And Ruben reaching on error, but 1, 2, 3 in the 57's batting order. A combined 0 for 9 coming into this at bat. Ground ball, Rodriguez. De La Cruz at second. That one hops on him, and De La Cruz can't find the handle as Rodriguez scampers to first base.
Now batting, sponsored by Millhoff Electric. The first
So Ruben on at first.
Bo McClintock.
We'll see if Bo McClintock and the 57's can hold the Red Sox accountable for that error at second. Bo McClintock playing in his first game since July 22nd. He only had 1 at-bat on that July 22nd game, leaving after the first inning. So this is really his first full game in quite a while, as Jason Vena is going to make his way to the mound. 100-plus pitches for Evan Rogers thus far tonight. Vena looking way up at the 6'5" right-hander. Ron Shuchuk walking with authority to the mound to bust this up. Or to join the conversation. Red Sox with personnel prepping in their bullpen. Anthony Race going through his pre-flight checklist down at the bullpen. .105 pitches deployed by Rogers thus far. 2 down. Bottom of the 7th. Fastball up to Bo. Count 1-0. McClintock swings and misses at that breaking ball. Righty on righty slider that cut to the outside. And 1-1 the count. 1-1 pitch. 2 away. Rodriguez at first. Time called. Miles Miller on deck. .64 McClintock. Pitch low, golfed at by Bo, and he's going to keep the 7th inning going here as he singles to first. Ruben Rodriguez now camped at second base.
Now batting, sponsored by the City of Swift Current, the designated hitter, number 22, Miles Miller.
So nice piece of hitting by the native of Beaver Creek, Bo McClintock, who's got a couple of hits in his first game back in 9 days. Miles Miller to the plate now with runners on at first and second. Miller 0 for 3 this game. Is Miles due? Anthony Race prepping in the Regina bullpen. Two down. Evan Rogers closing in on 110 pitches. That fastball at 86 on the gun inside to Miles for ball 1. Bottom of the 7th, 6-4 Regina lead. Bo McClintock represents the tying run at first base. Rogers, that's pitch 110 of his evening. And it's a changeup to make the count 2-0. .30 count, 3 takes by Miles Miller. We'll have game number 2 of this series for you tomorrow night. 57's and Regina. 6-4 lead in game 1. Ben Kamenowski on deck. Rogers. 3-0 fastball taken by Miller. 3-1 the count. I know last year in Edmonton, in that league final, high-stakes situation, and Riley Campbell took a swing at a 3-0 fastball. Ended up getting a key RBI out of the deal. As Miller is going to draw a walk, and the bases are loaded now with 2 away. Bottom of the 7th. Here's playoff baseball for you. Ben Kamenowski to the plate.
Now batting, sponsored by SEIU West, the catcher, number 41, Ben Kamenowski.
So Ben to the plate. Bases loaded. Kamenowski in the regular season, .267. Among the league's top home run hitters with 10 dingers in 33 games. So Ben, playing under 3/4 of a season and among the league's top home run guys. It's a good take by Kamenowski, working against Rogers here, 1-0 count. Righty on righty, Anthony Race, right-handed pitcher, warming up. 113 pitches thrown by Evan Rogers. Rogers 6 2/3, striking out 5, walking 3. 57's have 4 runs in this game, only 1 earned on Rogers thus far. 1-1 the count here. 3 ducks on the pond for the 57's. Ruben Rodriguez reaching on error. Bo McClintock singling, and Miles Miller walked. All that with 2 out. So the 57's trying to hold the Regina Red Sox accountable for that error on the Rodriguez at bat. As that got this party going. Shot up the middle, Kamenowski. Ruben comes in to score. Rounding third and heading home is Bo McClintock. 57's tie the game. Ben Kamenowski singles up the middle to score. And Swift Current, who at one point trailed 6-2, not this game at 6. And Anthony Race is going to enter the game. Evan Rogers will exit. 115 pitches for Rogers. They wanted him to get that final out. They wanted to give the competitor that opportunity to do so. But Ben Kamenowski ultimately holds the Red Sox accountable for that error earlier in the inning on Ruben Rodriguez. Ruben river danced his way home from third. Bo McClintock joined him, and the 57's have tied this game up at 6. Anthony Race will prep to enter this game. 57's dugout is fired up. Fans at Mitchell Field are fired up. It's a whole new ball game as the 57's rally after being down by 4. 6-6 the score. More of the 7th inning coming up after this.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
And welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the 57's have clawed back in this game number 1 against Regina. At one point, Swift trailing by 4. The deficit was 6-2. Now it is 6-6. Ben Kamenowski with a 2-out single up the middle with the bases loaded to cash in 2. And now Ethan Hunter to the plate as the 57's want to keep this 7th inning shindig going and get their first lead of the ball game. Hunter at the plate. Crumweedy on deck. Anthony Race comes in. He goes through his routine here. New routine for a lot of players to write something in the dirt on the mound prior to entering a game. Race doing just that. 24 appearances on the year for Race, the right-hander, 33 and a third innings of work, striking out 30 and walking 15 with a 4-0 record and a 2.43 earned run average. So Race, solid out of the pen. Coming in to face Hunter. Race, right-handed pitcher. Hunter fouls that offering away. Count 0-2 with 2 down, and Keel Crumweedy on deck. Hunter's evening tonight. 0 for 3 thus far. Anthony Race, right-handed pitcher. First time facing Hunter. Pitcher from Phoenix, Arizona. And a breaking ball that Hunter takes on, curving low and away in this righty-on-righty exchange. 1-2 count with 2 down. Playoff atmosphere now, with the 57's battling back to tie this game. Race fastball called strike 3, and that'll do it. The 57's will strand a couple, but when they needed to, they score a couple. 2 runs across the plate for the 57's here in the 7th. 2 runs, 2 errors, a hit, and a couple left on. 6-6 the score. It's a whole new ball game. And the top of the 8th is straight ahead. This is Swift Current 57's baseball.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Here's another check on your RBC Dominion Securities Playbacks bingo numbers. The numbers you should have crossed off by now are 1, 2,
Jack Ferguson,
4, 5,
his
6,
third inning of
7,
work ahead, 2
8,
innings thus far.
9, 10,
Striking out 2,
12,
facing
15,
6 batters.
16, 17, 20, 22, and 24. If you have a bingo, bring your card to the super.
So Jack Ferguson, the native of Livonia, Michigan, Madonna University, where he played his school ball. That Madonna program has been good to the 57s, providing us with a couple of Dokies over the years, and of course Bobby St. Pierre, who was a starting pitcher who helped lead the 57s to a couple of WMBL championships, key parts of the team in 16 and 17. Hard foul ball right off the visage of Ben Kamenowski, dislodging mask from face. I mean, Ben just shrugs it off, but I can't imagine you ever get used to that. High velocity baseballs off the face. Deneau, Crossman, Hunt due up. Matt Deneau at the plate right now has a solo dinger this game. He's got a couple RBIs, 2 for 3 with a run scored. Striking out once, Ferguson. Fastball just missing outside. Count is 2-1. Big heater from Ferguson. 87 from the left side, and 2-2 the count. Two-two pitch with the score 6-6 in the 8th.
Gibbs, that's another standard bonus
88 miles an hour on that fastball from Ferguson.
Swing now, 17.
2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Back-to-back 88 mile an hour fastballs from Jack Ferguson to send Deneau back to dugout.
And with that, Albeer is
1 for 3 coming to the plate now. That's Eric Crossman's numbers for tonight.
Now batting the first baseman,
Has an RBI.
Eric Crossman.
Crossman, first baseman out of Anaheim, California. He digs in for his 4th at bat of the game. His first encounter with Ferguson tonight in round 1 of the playoffs. Out-of-town scoreboard elsewhere. Weyburn piling up the runs on the Moose Jaw Miller Express now. It took the runs a while to get going in that game, but now a 5-1 Beaver lead on the Miller Express in the bottom of the 6th. Medicine Hat with a 4-2 lead on Lethbridge, and Edmonton still up on Okotoks. 5-1 in the bottom of the 7th. One-two count. Jam shot. McClintock runs to get it. Ferguson hurries to cover. And they're unable to connect the dots to get that runner at first. 57's last inning, holding the Red Sox accountable for some mistakes. Now can Regina do that to the 57's as Danny Hunt comes to the plate? Just an inside jam shot, dying quail that barely left the grass of the infield. But the 57's personnel chasing after that ball and nobody on base at time to take care of Crossman. Now Danny Hunt to the plate, the shortstop. Hunt 1 for 3 with an RBI. Ferguson. Ground ball. Keel Crumweedy throws to second. Fielder's choice for the shortstop Hunt. 57's get the lead runner at 2 on the 5-4.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 12, Brooks Stotler.
A slow roller that gave Hunt enough time to get to first. Number 8 hitter Brooks Stotler to the plate. 0 for 3 this game, striking out twice. 2 down here, top of the 8th and 1 on. Ferguson, regularly hitting 88 miles an hour now with that fastball, induces a swinging strike. Off-speed offering as Ferguson slows things down a little bit. And the count 0-2. 57's prepping a couple of pitchers in their bullpens, or bullpen rather, a righty and a lefty both heating up. Tommy Steyer is the righty preparing, and I imagine Spencer Kulawine the lefty. Pitches outside. There's the 57's bullpen right now. Yep, Kulawine and Steyer, double barrel action. Fly ball. Hit foul. Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here in the top of the 8th, and a 6-6 tie between the 57's and Red Sox. Game number 1 of the playoffs so far has not disappointed. 57's trailed in this one. There's a shot hit to left field. Blake Adams chasing after it. And Adams unable to track that ball down as it heads over the wall. And a 2-run dinger for the Regina Red Sox. Brooks Stotler. And Regina gets the lead back.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 7, Antonio Torres.
All smiles in the Red Sox dugout. And Antonio Torres to the plate with his team now up 8-6. Ferguson finds the strike zone, lefty on lefty encounter here. Count 0-1. Ground ball. Rodriguez for 3, and that'll do it. Well, in the past few innings, both teams have made errors and have paid for it. 8-6 the score. Bottom of 8 coming up. 57's trail by 2. They'll try and get it back when we return with more of this Swift Current 57's webcast.
Call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf. Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
It is 397. The Swift Current 57's thank you for your support tonight.
Well, bottom of the 8th, and now Swift with some catching up to do as Brooks Stotler with a 2-run home run in the top of the 8th to put Regina up 8-6. So 8th inning. Hitter number 8 in the 57's batting order is due up now, Keel Crumweedy, who's 2 for 3 with a couple runs scored. Anthony Stewart on deck, and also Blake Adams due up here. So Swift with some catching up to do. Anthony Race, another inning of work on the mound for Regina. He came in to get the 3rd out of the 7th, an inning where the 57's put up 2 to tie the game. Regina with 2 runs via that long ball in the 8th. Race. Quick release that time after a slow, methodical windup on the pitch before. Race varying his cadence. And Crumweedy will step out of the batter's box. Bug-related issue, 1-2 count. Two-two pitch. Race. Breaking ball. Crumweedy. Fly ball. Center field. Stotler. Catch made. 1 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 21, Anthony Stewart.
Anthony Stewart now with 1 down. Top of the order, and Blake Adams on deck. Playoff baseball, the intensity amplified. Every pitch important. Stewart just misses into foul territory towards the 57's dugout. And Matt Deneau makes the catch in foul territory. Phil Langlois also bearing down on that baseball.
ACT, the left fielder, number 24, Blake Adams.
So Blake Adams up to the plate now with 2 down in the 8th. This 57's team, through their playoff run last year, had to deal with their fair share of adversity. And the Regina Red Sox, who lost more than they won in the home stretch of the regular season. Strong Game 1 performance here against the 57's, leading 8-6 in the 8th. Extra second on the kick from Anthony Race. Missing. 2-0 count to Adams. Fastball. Race fouled by Adams. Swift Current just missing baseballs by a little bit. Taking big hacks at the plate. Nick Conyas on deck. 1, 2, 3 hitters in the 57's batting order have yet to have a hit tonight. Adams has walked and been hit by a pitch. Conyas 0 for 4. Rodriguez 0 for 3, reaching on error. Cole McClintock, 4-hole hitter on the 57's, has a couple hits tonight, as does Ben Komanowski and Keel Crumweedy. So 6 hits by the 57's thus far tonight, coming from but 3 people. Adams puts a charge into that ball. And a beautiful catch made in left field. Wesley Moss over the fence, robbing Blake Adams.
No runs, no hits, no errors,
and Blake not getting an opportunity to see another pitch after that towering foul ball, thanks to a great play by Wesley Moss. 9th inning coming up. Red Sox lead by a deuce. 8-6.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Top of the order due up for the Regina Red Sox. They have a new pitcher to face on the mound for the 57's as Tommy Steyer is deployed by Coach Joe Carnahan to try and limit the damage to just 2 heading to the bottom of the ninth. Steyer, right-handed pitcher. First pitch inducing a swinging strike on Wesley Moss. Steyer out of Elkhorn, Nebraska. Jack Ferguson giving the 57's 3 innings of work, allowing 1 hit, 2 earned runs. That 1 hit, that 2-run home run. He struck out 3 while facing 11 batters. Steyer, 18 appearances, mostly in relief. He started 4 times, 38 innings of work, 49 strikeouts to 13 walks, 2 and 4 on the year with a 5.81 earned run average. Steyer, a solid component in the 57's bullpen down the stretch. Moss shows bunt. Moss, a cagey player. We just saw moments ago what he's capable of doing in the outfield with a great catch in left, reaching over the wall, pulling a ball out of foul territory for the 3rd out against Adams. 2-1, Moss trying to bunt with nobody on here, determined to try and scrap his way on, but that ball drifts foul, and the count is 2-2.
Dirty old man and tell you you're a dead old man.
Swing and a miss. 88 on the gun. Steyer takes care of Moss. 2-2 pitch. And Moss heads back to the dugout.
Second baseman, number 21, Adam Dela Cruz.
Regina Red Sox with 3 home runs this game. Adam Dela Cruz has one of them. 3 hits in 4 at-bats. Solo dinger. Dela Cruz, a beast at the plate tonight for the Regina Red Sox in game number 1, helping them to this 8-6 lead. Steyer, fastball, 88 on the gun. 3 runs scored, 3 hits, and an RBI for Dela Cruz. Joshua Jones on deck. Top of the 9th, 8-6 Regina. Red Sox looking for some insurance here, heading to the bottom of the 9th. Wind up from Steyer. Breaking ball. Just over top of Rubin. Sox have a man on, and they're trying to leg a single into a double here, and they do so. Some good heads-up base running from Dela Cruz, as he kept a close eye on that baseball where it was headed
Now batting, the right
and where it
fielder,
potentially
number 23,
could be headed.
Joshua Jones.
And he will shed some paraphernalia and prepare to run the bases. Dela Cruz will, and now Joshua Jones to the plate. Jones 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Regina 10 hits tonight. Slider from Steyer missing low. One of the tails in this game, 57's with only 3 players in their batting order with hits tonight. Regina only 3 guys without. Deficit just 2, though, for the 57's. Hope to keep it that way. Swinging strike. Jones takes a cut and misses. 2-1 the count. Tommy Steyer and Ben Kamenowski agree on a pitch. Swung on and missed. And the count now 2-2 with 1 down and a runner on at second. Red Sox have ran the bases very aggressively tonight, as you can see by Dela Cruz at second base right now. An innocuous-looking single to right that he stretched into a double. And Regina's third base coach sending runners in this one early to home, and that paid the bills both times he did so. Called strike 3. Joshua Jones is retired by Steyer. His second strikeout here in the top of the ninth.
Strikeout for Tommy Steyer. Now batting, the third baseman, number 25, Phil Langlois.
So 2 down, Phil Langlois to the plate, 300 hitter in the regular season for Regina. Steyer. Pitch inside to Langlois. Righty pitcher against a lefty hitter. Catcher Matt Deneau is on deck. Adam Dela Cruz at second base looking to advance here. Ground ball. And that is just past Ruben Rodriguez, rounding third, and heading for home is Dela Cruz. He will score standing up. And the Regina Red Sox go up 3 here on a 2-out shot by Phil Langlois to score Dela Cruz from second.
Now batting, the Swift Carnahan beer batter, the catcher, number 17, Matt Deneau.
Dela Cruz, the MVP of this game. 4 hits, and he manufactured that run, legging that single into a double. And able to subsequently score a couple at bats later as Phil Langlois was able to score him, as he was at second rather than first. 4 hits, 4 times touching home plate tonight for Dela Cruz. And that home run, solo. Adam Dela Cruz, the number 2 batter in the Red Sox lineup. A key contributor in this 9-6 lead. Matt Deneau to the plate right now, Phil Langlois on at first. 2-out single by Langlois, giving Regina more insurance heading into the 9th. We're back at it tomorrow night, 7:05 first pitch. 57's and Red Sox, Swift Current and Regina, game number 2. And then we pack up all of our gear and go to Regina Thursday, Friday. Always enjoy the atmosphere and the friendly folks at Curry Field. Tony and Jeff. Brendan McGuire, play-by-play voice of Regina. Harold, the scorekeeper, and his dog. Very much looking forward to catching up with everyone in Regina. That's not till Thursday, though. Only Tuesday night. 1-2 count. Steyer high heat inside. 2-2. Two pitch. Called strike 3. Steyer gets him on that 88-mile-an-hour heater. One is stranded, but one comes in to score.
Strikeout for Tommy Steyer.
Regina Red Sox get 2 hits and a run. The deficit is 3. Bottom of the 9th coming up, 9-6 Regina. Swift will try and rally when we return right after this.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale, selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Leading off for the Swift Current 57.
Well, bottom of the ninth.
JTS bus line. So right fielder, number 39, Nick Conyers.
Conyers, Rodriguez, McClintock. Anthony Race on the mound for the Regina Red Sox. 57 sending number 2-hole hitter Nick Conyers to the plate. 0 for 4 this game is Nick. Evan Rogers, 6 2/3, allowing 6 hits, only one of them earned, striking out 5 and walking 3. Anthony Race, 1 1/3 thus far, striking out 1. This will be the 5th batter that he's faced in Conyers. 2 strikes against Conyers. Race tries to paint the outside corner. Righty on lefty pitch, heading outside, fastball, 1-2. Conyers reaching for that breaking ball and jumping and making the catch is shortstop Danny Hunt, 1 away. And that's the kind of night it's been.
Now batting, sponsored by Living Sky Casino, the second baseman, number 1, Ruben Rodriguez.
Appears as though one team has made the appropriate sacrifices to the baseball gods heading into this one. The other one, maybe not so much. Although 15 runs between these two teams, elements of luck have factored in on both sides tonight, but Regina with some big plays tonight, and 3 home runs have helped pay the bills as well, giving Anthony Race a 3-run cushion. 1 away now, Ruben Rodriguez to the plate. Ruben's touched home plate once, reaching on error. He's 0 for 3. 2 for 4, Bo McClintock on deck. Breaking ball. Drops in low, 2-1 the count to El Paso, Texas's Ruben Rodriguez. Curveball. Rodriguez hits it up. Crossman makes the catch in front of his own team's dugout, and the 57s are down to their final out in game number 1 of this Eastern semifinal.
Now batting, sponsored by Melhoff Electric, the first baseman, number 11, Bo McClintock.
McClintock has 2 hits tonight, an offensive bright spot for the 57s. Elsewhere, Weyburn pummeling Moose Jaw 9-1 in the bottom of the 7th at Tom Lang Park. Med had up 5-2 on Lethbridge. That's in the top of the 9th. And the Edmonton Prospects in the top of the 9th, trying to get a Game 1 win in Okotoks. They lead at 5-1. 86 miles an hour of fastball from Anthony Race to Bo McClintock. Up and away, 1-0 count. 2 down here. Miles Miller is on deck. Race. Fastball missing low to Bo. Bo 2 for 4 with a run scored. 2-0. Fastball just above the belt of McClintock. Bo likely to take on a 3-0 fastball. And he does. And he walks. 57's not done yet as Miles Miller heads to the plate.
Now batting, sponsored by the City of Swift Current, the designated hitter, number 22, Miles Miller.
Miller 0 for 3. Race. First pitch breaking ball to Miller, ball 1. Ben Kamenowski on deck. Ben's 2 for 3 with a couple of RBI this game. 57, 6 hits. That's 3 players with 2 apiece. Bo McClintock scampers to second base and steals uncontested. Miles Miller awaiting the 1-1. Called strike. 1-2 count. 1-2 pitch, 2 away. Fastball out. Ben Kamenowski on deck. Well, if the 57's can't pull it off tonight, reset tomorrow, get back at her. A lot of talented players who put up big offensive numbers held off tonight as Miller slams his bat in frustration. And that's the kind of night it's been for the 57's. How long can Regina keep the potent bats in the Swift Current 57's lineup at bay? Only 3 57's players with hits tonight, in a game where Swift Current only managed to get 6 hits. Will the offensive floodgates open tonight for Joe Carnahan's Swift Current 57's, or can Regina take 2 out of Swift Current? 9-6, Regina takes it. Winning pitcher tonight's Evan Rogers, 6 2/3. Actually, no, Anthony Race coming in and nabbing the win. Going 2 1/3. Rogers, though, good effort on the mound, 110-plus pitches, 6 2/3, allowing 6 hits. Only 1 earned run, striking out 5. 57's getting big effort tonight from Ben Kamenowski, 2 for 3 with a couple of RBI. We'll be back at it tomorrow night, 7:05, first pitch from here in Mitchell Field. On behalf of Christina Schweitzer, bringing you the images on camera number 1 tonight. Ryan Schweitzer saying good night from Mitchell Field.